Welcome to Innovation Day 2023, presented by Connect. We've got such an incredible array of things happening here, supporting the life sci and tech communities in San Diego.
I am so grateful to the Connect organization and to NuFund, and I'm honored to introduce Boussina from Healcisio, who's the NuFund winner and is going to come up on stage and tell you about his business. So Aaron, if you're around, now's your time to shine. Thanks, everyone.
John walked into the La Jolla emergency department earlier this year presenting with abdominal pains, chills, and frequent urination. He was attended to by an ED triage nurse who collected an initial set of vital signs. Those vitals revealed that he was slightly tachycardic, but afebrile and completely normal. 3 hours later, his CBC came back, showing that he had a slightly elevated white blood cell count. At that exact moment, our sepsis AI algorithm notified the nurse that John would develop sepsis in the next 3 hours. John was immediately put on broad-spectrum antibiotics, and 12 hours later, blood cultures would return, showing that he had an uncontrolled E. coli infection. This is a real patient story, and it's just one example of how our clinical AI is supporting the early identification and intervention that saves patient lives. Unfortunately, John is just one of 1.7 million Americans who develop sepsis every single year. That's why we've built a whole AI platform for the prediction of adverse events in critical care settings. As I'm talking to you here now, we're actually monitoring all patients at all times across 62 different care units. That's in La Jolla, that's in Hillcrest. In fact, if you have too much to drink tonight, you'll go into one of those hospitals and you'll be monitored by our system. To date, we've supported decisions on over 80,000 patients, and we've actually seen a 17% reduction in sepsis mortality. That's a 17% reduction since we went live, and that ends up being about 60 patients who are walking around today due to the system that we put in place. So where do we go from here? Where do we take this? Well, we've been really fortunate to receive over $2 million in non-dilutive federal investment, including a phase 1, phase 2 fast-track STTR. That's really going to enable us to bring the next generation of clinical AI to the patient bedside. On top of that, I really think now is really the exciting time in the AI space. I'm sure you walked around all these booths, you heard AI from most of them, but I think really it's transformational. We've been able to incorporate large language models from Meta, their 70 billion parameter model, as well as OpenAI into our prediction pipeline. And the initial results are just absolutely amazing. We're Healcisio, we're passionate about clinical decisions, and if you are too, you should chat with us to see how we can improve critical outcomes for all patients. Thank you.
I really feel passionate about sharing the San Diego talent, elevating San Diego, because it is the best place to be an entrepreneur.